Hey guys, it's Kenzie Cachet and I'm back in attack with another video. So this story time is going to be about the time I finessed Live Miami. This took place in August of 2019. My birthday is August 8th, so it is right like before school is about to start. So you know, I'm just having my regular birthday like I do on every year. You know, I don't really be super excited for my birthday because that's always at like an awkward time in the year, like when we're not in school. So this particular year, 2019, I was turning 21. My friend, and I'm gonna call my friend in this story. So I'm gonna call my friend in this story Alana. So my friend Alana, she was going on a family vacation to St. Martin. She texted me and she's like, bro, I'm going on vacation. Like, do you want to come? She sent me the B&B. The B&B was sweet, mad nice. It's a full house. It has a pool. You can see the beach. You can see, it's super nice. So she's like, do you want to come? All you have to do is book your flight. Well, her trip was like maybe like anywhere from 5 to 10 days after my birthday. So I'm thinking like, maybe I could make this my birthday trip. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm looking up the flights or whatever. I'm booking right away. Like I'm booking my flight right away. From there, you know, we was going to St. Martin or whatever. So I'm getting all the plans together and all the logistics or whatever. And then she tells about like the returning flight, and the returning flight had a long layover. So it was in like Fort Lauderdale, I think. And if you don't know, Live Miami is in Miami. No, Fort Lauderdale is really close to Miami. So I'm like, bro, like, let's go to South Beach while we're in Florida. Because I know we're gonna be there for, you know, like a day. But like, I like to, if I have a long layover, I like to do stuff during my long layover, especially if I'm in a place that I'm not usually in. So I'm like, bro, let's go to South Beach. Now, I wasn't saying Live Miami or nothing like that, but you're gonna understand why that became the place. My friend Alana's like, yeah, bro, like my friend Alana is like really down doing everything pretty much. So she's like, yeah, like let's go to South Beach or whatever. And then she says like my cousin's dad owns the whole thing. He owns the whole Live. I'm like, what?
Hit him up right now.
Like, all right, we about to go to Miami. Like, I'm hype about it now. So, do the whole St. Martin trip. St. Martin was beautiful. I loved it. I will definitely go back. I also went to Anguilla because they have like little boat trolleys that you can go on, and you can go to like different islands like St. John, St. whatever, St. Thomas. I don't really know what's close to there except Anguilla because that's where I went. But you can go to different islands, not just Anguilla. Then we get on our flight to go to Florida. Get to Florida, whatever. So we're staying at Alana's grandparents' house because they live in Fort Lauderdale or in the surrounding area. We're gonna be staying with them the duration of the layovers. We're at the grandparents' house during the day, just chilling. So it comes time to go to the club, go to South Beach. So we're getting ready or whatever, regular stuff. And then we get in the car and Alana is driving one of her grandparents' car. So we are driving to South Beach now. And it probably took anywhere from like 30 minutes to like an hour to get to South Beach. I can't really remember because obvious reasons. Pull up to South Beach. We pull up to Fountain Blue. Fountain Blue is the hotel that Liv is at. So we're in South Beach. We're in the parking lot or whatever, parking our car, and she's keeping in cahoots with her cousin or whatever. So we get to walk in towards the hotel because it's a hotel. Fountain Blue's a hotel. We get to walk in towards the hotel. We walk in there. You could just walk in there. You don't need anything. Directly in front of us is like a really big carpeted bar area with like lounge seating and like a bar that's like in a circle, and like it's a really big bar area, but it's all the way like towards the back of the wall. And they have like a foyer area, which is like nice floor. Chandeliers was beautiful in there. It was huge. It was so pretty. It was beautiful in there. Just the whole aesthetic of that area that we walked in was gorgeous. And then outside, you know, they got mad stuff going on, Lamborghinis and Ferraris, McLaren, Aston Martin, whatever they had outside. But that's how the scene was looking outside. And then inside, it was very nice. You look to the right, and that's the entrance to the club. You can't really see much because it's just like tightrope, velvet tightrope, and security guards. But that way, towards that way, is the club. I don't really know what was towards the left way, but towards like in between the club and the carpeted area in the back, they had another like a hallway that had like stores and stuff in it. So it was really nice, like super duper nice. We're hype about getting in, so we go straight to the club. And at this time, it was not early, but early for a club to like be popping, you know what I'm saying? Kind of the beginning of the club. It was anywhere from like 11 or 12. We get there, we see her uncle. And her uncle lets us in the club for free.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Period. Then we walked in or whatever. It's looking very dead in there. There is no people in there. There's no people in sections. There's no people at the bar. There's barely any people. Like, there's a few people here and there walking around, but there's really like 0 people in there. They're not even playing like DJ music. Like, they're just playing elevator Fashion 21 music at this point. Me and Alana are walking around the club, and there's not many people in there, so it's room to be walking around. So me and Alana are walking around the club, and after a while, Alana's like starts complaining about her feet hurting really bad. So we're standing at the bar because the bar is standing only, and she's like, you know what, bro, like I think like we might have to go home because like my feet is hurting so bad, to the point like I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last. The thing is, the heels that I was wearing, I know the exact time limit that I got on my heels. I had probably maybe 45 minutes to an hour left in them heels without sitting down before I was like, I cannot bear it, I cannot take it. At this point, Alana starts complaining more and more, and I've accepted that we're not really gonna be in the club tonight. We're not gonna really do anything tonight. So now we're like, you know what, we just gonna go home. There's nothing popping in here, like we just gonna go home. We exit the club. So at this point, we cannot get back in without paying. So we exit the club or whatever. And like I was saying, it goes back into the foyer area. So we go to that carpeted bar area. And at this point, we're just sitting because it's a lot of empty seats. They want you to buy stuff and stuff like that, but it wasn't really a whole bunch of heads over there. But you know, it was really big, the bar area. So we decided to sit down because our feet is hurting, and we wanted to give ourselves a second before we had to take the walk to the car. The car wasn't that far, but it was probably like 100 feet, which is not far. But you know, we just gave ourselves a second to settle. While we're doing that, this guy comes over to us and he's like talking to me and Alana, but I'm not really hearing it. Like, I had a menu for a drink because I was thinking, you know, maybe I'll order just a little something, a little drink. But the drinks was like $20 for one, and I wanted like some champagne or whatever. And I did not want to pay $20 for one. And we was about to leave, so I decided not to get it. But I was basically looking at the menu the whole time that the boy or the guy was talking to me and Alana was more entertaining him because he was just like, you know, doing small talk, trying to get to know us or whatever. And I was just thinking in my head, like, bro, I'm about to leave here, I'm not about to see him no more, and he is not about to get us in the club. So I was like, I'm just not engaging. Like, I was off, my social battery was off at that time. All that was going on. So he somehow stops talking to us or whatever. We get up and I'm like, Alana, okay, can you take some pictures of me like before I leave? I really liked my outfit that day, and we was in a nice setting. So I'm like, can you just take some pictures for me before we leave? Because I was feeling myself. I had a bun, not like this because it was real hair bun, but I had a bun. I had chopsticks my hair. I had on my booty shorts with my top. I call it a
titty top
but I had that on and my heels and my white nails and toes. I was looking good, and I had lost some mad weight before I went on the trip, so I was down mad pounds. So I was feeling myself, and I had just turned 21. I asked her to take some pictures of me or whatever. Yeah, I asked her to take pictures of me or whatever. So we near like kind of the door entrance. So there was like 3 doors, and we near the farthest left door, near the foyer or whatever. So she taking pictures of me. We taking pictures. We're finally done at this point. We're finally about to say, because it's right next to the door where we're at. We're finally like, okay, we about to walk out. We're about to leave now. Like, we're leaving. I don't know how this happened. This part is like a movie to me, so it gets misperceived or misconstrued all the time. Basically, Alana was walking in front of me, right? Alana's walking in front of me, and there's like a little, like right outside of the door, the entrance, is like, you know, no more than 4, 5, 6 steps. So it's a little step up, little stairs, and then it's the door. Alana starts walking down the little mini steps or whatever. I'm behind her. We're out the door at this point. We're out the door and walking down the steps. So I get to like maybe the 2nd step from the highest step from the entrance. Somebody grabs my arm from the back. Somebody grabs my arm from the back. I'm I didn't turn around yet. Like, I'm registering. This is me feeling the person's arm on grabbing my arm. And I'm just registering. I'm like, bro, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, please let this be the right person. Please, that's all I'm thinking in my head is please let this be the right person. I'm thinking that in my head before I turn around. And then I turn around. And it's 2 boys. It's 2 guys, men, I should call them. 2 men, black guys. From first impression, they look very like rich. They have on jewelry. They have nice clothes. They have nice sneakers. They have nice, they look like they got money, basically. So I'm like looking at him. And they like,
where are you going?
He still has my hand. Like, he still has my arm. I've turned around at this point and looked back, and he's still holding on to my arm. So he's like,
where y'all going?
The other guy looking in my face too. Like, me and Alana is on mute right now. Like, we're on mute because I'm just trying to figure out, me personally, I know Alana's with the shits, period. But it's like me, I'm trying to figure out like what he's about to offer me before I'm like, because sometimes my mouth could get me in trouble because my tone of voice, people be thinking that I be trying to say stuff in certain type of ways, and I don't be trying to say it like that. So I didn't say nothing. I was tongue-tied. I was like even if I tried to say something, it was just like it did not come out. So they wasn't hearing that for that long. We probably stood there looking at them for probably like 10 seconds while he's still holding my arm. And they like,
come with us.
They like,
come with us.
So at this point, I'm like, did I just do something? Did we just do something? Is something happening? We walking back towards the entrance of the club, and it's not nobody outside the club at this point, mind you. I don't know like when all the people went in, but because we were there the whole time and I didn't see all these people go into the club, but there was nobody in line at this point. They're with like 3, I think, other guys. Bouncer's like,
them two, you, them two.
so I'm like, period, bitch. We in here, we got it. Anyway, but I had to say some slick shit before that to make sure we was on the right type of timing. So I was like under my breath, but they heard me. But I was like under my breath,
If y'all don't have a section, then I'm not going.
I said, if y'all don't have a section, then I'm not going. And you know what he said back to me?
Does it look like we don't have a section?
I am, at this point, I'm low-key hype. I'm low-key hype because I'm feeling like I really just finessed something. Like, I'm feeling like we just turned this whole shit into a 180. Like, we was literally on the way to the car and then we got swooped up and taken care of. So now I'm feeling myself low-key. I'm feeling myself. One of the other boys pulls out $2 more. Mind you, it costs $100 a person to get in there, and it was already 5 of them, and I guess they had to pay to get in there. So then they added us too, so that's $700 to get in the door. So they paid for us to get in. We all walk in there. We get to like a photo booth or whatever. Taking flicks, we flicking it up with the guys. We flicking it up with the guys because this is a memory. And plus, like, why not just get in a flick real quick? So we flicking it up at the little photo booth or whatever with the guys. We go directly to the section, like directly. So we get to the section. It's a really big club. The way it's set up is that it has a ground floor, and then it has like a side. It has as a side to it on both sides. Then it has an inner where there are sections. So on the outskirts it's bar, bathroom stuff. Inner sections. Now there's sections, and then right here in the middle is like one big maze section. Like, it's separate. Big group. It's a big group of sections right in this area, right? So we were right at the first section. Excuse my nail. We're right at the first section next to the stage. Now the stage, there were 2 stages on the back wall and on this wall, and we were closer to the one on this wall, which is the main section where the performers are gonna be. So we're right on the first section on the outskirts, and the stage is right here. So we're literally right here. Viewing amazing. You can see it great. Not a whole bunch of people in your face, and it's perfect. It's perfect. They like, which I wanna drink. And I knew my girl Alana had to drive home, and I didn't want to be too twisted because I had school the next day, I believe. I need to make sure I get back on my flight so that I can get home, so that I can be on time and be responsible for school or whatever. I'm like, get us some champagne. Get us champagne because I like champagne. Champagne can get you really twisted, but you have to just take it in moderation. You could drink a good amount of champagne, still feel good, and not still be super duper lit. So we get champagne, and they're mostly talking to me, like, as in, like, I'm the person kind of facilitating what we're gonna be drinking and like getting our accommodations together. You know what I'm saying? This is my connect right now. He's getting us the drinks. We're taking pictures, we're doing videos, we're standing on the couches, we're having fun, we're dancing. You know, we had to give the guys a little dance because we had to give them a little something. I didn't pay for 0 things that day. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just dance on this boy. I don't ever dance on boys at parties anymore. And that night, Jeezy performed. So Jeezy got on stage. He got on stage mad late. The club doesn't close till like 6. Jeezy didn't get on there till like 3. 2:33. earliest. That's the earliest he got on there. We watching Jeezy perform and it's just lit. It's lit. Jeezy going in. We having a good time. I'm taking pictures. I'm like, my 21st birthday is lit. And then it comes to like 4 something. Or 3 something or 4 something. And we're like, it was nice meeting y'all. It was nice meeting y'all. Our planes leave at like, it was probably like 8 something in the morning that the plane was leaving. So we like, you know, we gotta go because we gotta pack for our plane or whatever. After that, we walked out. After we said goodbye to everybody, we got back in the car, our grandparents' car, and we drove back to Fort Lauderdale. We did that in South Beach and in St. Martin. So thank you guys for watching this video. My name is Kenzie Cachet, and if you are interested in more videos from me, any videos like this or any other videos, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Make sure you like this video so I know that you like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.